I feel like we've been tricked. I feel like they've been lying to us, man. We've been looking at these motivational quotes every day, every morning. We've been getting charged up for these motivational quotes, and it works for like 20 minutes, but it fucking runs out after a while. Why do I continue to lean on the inspirational quote, lean on the motivational quote? And I actually have a little bit of an answer that I've thought about that's helped me. So as athletes, we have a type of talking competition, and it's called Declarative Self-Talk. Basically, you declare a sentence, you say something, like you just firmly say it, and you follow orders, right? Because let's be real, right? During the heat of the moment, when the weight is on your back, when you're gotta hold a pose, when you're in competition, you don't have time for indecision. You need something to just say, bro, fucking go. You've got to turn on the fire, and your self-talk to yourself is, let's go, let's eat, grind that shit, go. Like, you don't have time to be indecisive in competition, in those heat of moments, and I totally understand it. Where athletes make a shortcoming mistake, and where I've made a mistake, is that I've tried to use that same heat of the moment declarative talk to myself when I don't need to. They work so well for like 20 minutes, but declarative talk is only supposed to work for 20 minutes. I found that there's two ways to talk to myself. So this video is really on what I feel is the most important thing as an athlete, and that's self-talk. The voice in our head, how we talk to ourselves. So many people abuse declarative self-talk so much to a point that it gets to the point that they're lying to themselves. Because you tell yourself things, you tell yourself commands, but do you really mean it? Do you really believe it? Or are you just barking and yelling at yourself after a while? I'm not forsaking declarative talk, but I think there's another type of self-talk that we all should kind of talk to ourselves with at times, and that's called interrogative self-talk. Essentially, what interrogative self-talk is just kind of the opposite. It's asking yourself questions. So maybe when you're doing a warm-up, right? When you're warming up, do you have to tell yourself, let's fucking go, like, let's eat, let's go, like, or maybe you say, how are you feeling today, Ryan? How are you feeling? All right, what do you think we can do today? What do we think the limits are? And just having good interrogative self-talk with yourself. Now, the benefits to what interrogative self-talk does that I've discovered is that you get a new form of clarity and understanding that you didn't have before. When you have the quick declarative talk of like a motivational quote or a quick hammer, you don't understand, you just follow suit. You say, okay, you know, this is what I have to do. I have to do this, and I have to push. That only lasts for as long as, until the next one comes, right? You just need to keep pushing yourself with these constant things. And I found that for me personally, that burns me out. Going to the gym and barking every day and trying to get up to be motivated and yell at myself every day, like, for me, that just burns me out. Now, maybe it doesn't burn you out. Maybe it gets you hyped up. But if you're like me and you find that after a contest, you need a break, you need a mental break from it, it's not so much that it was physically strenuous or your diet was too tough. It was just that the way that you lived your lifestyle and the way that you talk to yourself, you miss the old you. The old you that asked yourself questions from time to time. In practice, when I'm in life, I try to make sure that my athletic life doesn't spill over too much in my personal life. When you talk to people or when you talk to yourself, in your own self-talk, you can say things like, you know, should I clean my room today, or maybe should I do it tomorrow? Right? You do it all the time. You reason with yourself. Like, you find a deeper understanding within yourself or within what you're doing. And when you find a deeper understanding in what you're doing and the why, and you have some clarity through interrogative self-talk, through talking to yourself, you no longer need to have a daily motivational quote thrown your way to tell you what's true and what's not true. Know when you need that fucking hammer in the declarative self-talk. Know when you don't have time for indecision and we just fucking go. But know when we don't need to lie to ourselves, right? We don't need to say, I can do this, when you fucking can't do it, right? Know when you can ask yourself a good, honest question. Have a good dialogue with yourself, right? It's so easy for athletes to be athletes around the clock when we have to be athletes in our time, and then we have to go be gen pop regular person in our time. We can't be yelling orders at people at work and shit, right? If you like the video, please, somewhere like the video, if you have something to add to this, question something, please comment. I've been trying to get to all of them as much as I can. If you know a friend who wants to watch this, please share, because I realize that's the only way people are gonna feel like I can see these is by the people who are watching them. And I feel like that's it. I'm doing a bit of interrogative self-talk right now, asking myself if that's it. Fuck it, that's it. All right, thank you.